All right, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something really cool. It's this powerful, systematic way to innovate that sits right at the intersection of clever engineering and, you guessed it, smart patent law.
So let's kick things off with a pretty provocative idea. What if the key to your next huge breakthrough wasn't actually inventing something new from scratch? One expert famously said, "Why invent when you can circumvent?" Now hold on, this isn't about sneakily copying someone, not at all. It's about a super strategic way of thinking that can open up a whole new world of innovation. Okay, picture this. You've got it. A brilliant idea for a new product. You're all fired up, ready to go. And then you do a little research, and bam, someone has already patented it. Ugh. It's like the classic innovator's nightmare, right? So what do? Just give up on the whole thing? Well, not so fast. There's actually a strategic solution. It's called Design for Patentability, or DFP for short. And let me be clear, this isn't some shady workaround. It's a really sophisticated design philosophy. It's all about creating brand new, totally non-infringing solutions to problems that, yeah, someone else might have solved first. So here's the key thing to get about DFP. It's a methodology. It's not just winging it. You're using real engineering principles to systematically, and I mean legally and ethically, pull apart a competitor's patent. You figure out what it does, and then you design a new solution that gets to the exact same goal, but, and this is the important part, without stepping on any of their original claims. It's a structured process, not a lucky shot in the dark. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. DFP operates in this fascinating legal space. You've got to understand the difference between two big ideas: patentability and infringement. Think of them as two separate questions. Patentability is you asking the patent office, hey, is my idea new and clever enough for its own patent? But infringement is a competitor asking the courts, hey, does their product use every single piece of my patented idea? DFP plays in that space right between them. The goal is to get a yes from the patent office for your own idea and a big no from the courts on infringement. All right, so how do we actually do this? What's the secret sauce? Well, the main method, and the one we're really going to dig into, is called trimming. And I love this name. You can literally think of it like patent surgery. It's about being incredibly precise, surgically removing parts of a patented design to create something totally new and often way better. And it's not random hacking, it's a super systematic three-step process. Step one, you do what's called a function analysis. Basically, you break down the patent into all its little pieces and figure out what each one does. Step two, you find a component you can trim, one you can get rid of completely. Usually you're looking for something that makes the thing expensive or complicated. And then step three, and this is where the real genius comes in, you redistribute the job of that missing piece to other parts that are already there. So clever. Okay, so that's the theory. But theory's one thing, right? Let's see how this incredibly elegant strategy actually works out in the real world. We've got some amazing examples to show you. First up, a pretty sweet example, literally, painted chocolate. So the original patent had this complicated 7-step process. You'd print a design on edible paper, then you had to carefully stick that paper onto the chocolate. The design team looked at this whole thing and asked the magic question, do we really need that edible paper? So they trimmed it. They got rid of it. And by doing that, they came up with an awesome new process to print the image directly onto the chocolate as it was cooling. It was simpler, way more elegant, and totally sidestepped the original patent. Here's another fantastic one, this time from the auto industry. An air filter patent had this extra box built into it, called a dead volume. And its only job was to make the air flow smooth for a sensor. I mean, think about that. That's an extra physical part, more time to build it, more cost. The trimming team's approach? Just get rid of the box. The magic happened when they realized the filter's existing empty space, the central volume, could be tweaked just a little to do the exact same job. The result? A simpler, cheaper, and totally non-infringing design. Beautiful. Okay, this one might be my favorite, just because it shows how radical trimming can be. The original patent was for the super high-tech, humane mousetrap. We're talking an electronic eye, a solenoid, a spring-loaded mechanism, the whole shebang. The team looked at it and decided to trim, well, basically everything. The electronics? Gone. The power source? Gone. All those complex moving parts? Gone. And the new solution is just genius. It's a simple, purely mechanical device that uses gravity. The mouse's own weight is what trips the door. You go from a complicated electronic gadget to an elegant, power-free solution. That's incredible. So by now you can see just how powerful this is for innovating around competitor patents, right? But here's the real mind-blowing part, the biggest strategic leap.
This way of thinking isn't just about dodging other people's patents. Its greatest power is in making your own inventions practically unhackable.
And that brings us to the big question, the one that really matters for all of you innovators out there. How does this way of thinking help you make your own inventions stronger? How do you use this on your own stuff before you even think about filing a patent? It's all about turning the tool on yourself. You've got to be your own toughest critic. Before you even file, you look at your own invention with that same ruthless trimming mindset. You have to ask yourself, could a competitor come along and trim this part out? And if the answer is yes, you'd better redesign it and get rid of it yourself before they get the chance. When you trim your own design down to its absolute essential core, you create a stronger, leaner patent that is just so much harder for anyone else to get around.
So, when you boil it all down, trimming is really about learning to see the difference between what's truly necessary and what's just there. It's a new way of looking at the world. And that brings us to a final thought I want to leave you with today. Think about a product you use all the time. What essential component in it do you think might not be so essential after all?